probably gets a small percentage of that. Okay, so that's not going to happen. Okay, so yes.
This, I may have missed this, I was out of the room for a few minutes, but Mr. Hare, what's happening to property valuations, both countywide? I'm talking about, not talking about the taxes, but the actual value of the property that you would have to base your tax upon. What do you see, I know this is testimony, but what do you see down the road for the next year or 2 years? Obviously countywide, but also in this area. I know certain areas like in Seattle are building like crazy up in North Seattle, so property values are going up a lot. But how about here?
Well, here it's been a drag, like I said. There's a lot of inventory that's been caused by foreclosures. And so, once you get through it, it's uneven. It's uneven as to what's happening to values. All right? South, east, and southwest King County has suffered more of a percentage drop than any other parts of the county. And unless you're way out in the boonies and the sticks, right? And that's what I say, like out in Duval or Carnation, they've dropped. A lot of it is related back, and most of it's value time. So the time distance to get to your job and back, also with transportation costs. Once you start hitting $4.50 gas and going up, that commuting cost greatly increases. So what does that basically do to properties that are further out? It probably has some suppression effects unless we improve our public transportation system. So there is a close correlation also as to how good your public transportation is. If you can hop on a bus or light rail and get to downtown where your job is in a relatively short period of time, you'll do it. The other thing you might have noticed is that if you have to park downtown Seattle, parking rates are fairly substantial. So you add that to your cost, it probably adds another $20 to $25 per day to park. So
one of the reasons I ask, because you see statistics come out in the newspapers, stuff like this, and it'll say Seattle, it'll say East King County and Southeast King County and Southwest King County, and I never quite know where we are.
Okay.
Because we're kind of in between.
You're kind of Southwest King County is where you are.
That's technically
right here. And looking at it, obviously as far as south as Federal Way. Federal Way values also are plunging, as is Pacific and Algona, right? Enumclaw, Covington, Maple Valley. So we'll see what happens in dealing with the economy as it comes back, and also in dealing with the developable land that's there, and also how well the jurisdictions are doing. We have 39 cities, and we're not quite as bad off as California, but we still have some serious problems from that aspect of it. So it's not working. So yes.
Can you tell me the difference in the drop of property values between Berrien and the unannexed area? We're getting a lot of static out of the Berrien people that our property values are going down considerably more and faster than theirs. Is there some comparison you can give me to see to level us out?
Hello. I'm in a meeting. I'm giving a presentation.
You're on speaker.
Yeah. Okay, it was. All right, I'll call you back. You're right in the middle of the meeting and everybody can hear what you're saying. So quit. Well, I can't. I'll be home in an hour, right?
Bye.
All right.
shows you're a real person.
A real wife.
Okay, so, Rob, you asked.
Can you give me a comparison between the drop in Miriam and the drop in the annexed area?
The drop between Burien versus who?
Cost. We keep getting thrown in our face that our property values are going down twice as fast as the Miriam area is. And
I don't think so. They're not going anywhere. They're going down together. I think Burien is, let me just take a look at 2012 numbers. Okay, White Center area, if you count this, they're going down 10%.
Okay.
Okay, or around 12%, I take that back. Around 12%, and Burien is going down 9%. So it's around a 3% difference.
Okay.
So that's not quite twice. Okay?
I have.
So that's for this current cycle, once you just had your values submitted to you.
That little index you just looked at there, is that available online as well?
Yes, it is. So you can go to our website, you take a look at it, you look at the area maps, and
See by year 92
right.
areas,
Right.
it tells you a percentage
Correct.
decline or increase, whichever, by each of those for a given year.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a good diffuser for the arguments you're hearing, right?
Yes. If we vote in November to annex to Burien,
Mhm.
and they finalize the annexation next spring, say April, how, we don't pay taxes in April and October, right, on our properties?
Mhm.
Who gets it? How does it work out?
Well, who gets the tax, are you saying?
Yeah.
Well, the taxes are divided amongst all the various taxing districts that are in this area. Fire district gets a little bit, King County gets a little bit, the port gets a little bit, City of Burien will get a little bit, the library district gets its share. So you can see a pie chart that shows you exactly where your tax goes, all right?
Because we're not in Burien now, and we won't be.
Well, it doesn't matter. It goes by the various tax codes that you're in. And so it will show the demographics as to precisely where your property tax goes.
I guess.
How much goes to, the schools?
Yeah. I know,
Okay,
I've-
viewers and Burien is gonna stay the same, basically, as to the percentage, as to what they will take, throughout. That will not change. The fire district probably won't change either if you're in the same fire district. Library district, King County Library System, will probably be the same. Okay?
What about,
Around the only thing that you will not get would be like the King County Road District, because you'll be out of that. But that portion of the tax that supports roads for the city of Burien will go to them directly. All right, so you need to look very carefully at this pie chart. And the pie chart has all the various levy amounts that goes to the various tax districts. Does that explain?
yeah, it
So you
does
can
help.
take a look at it?
But now, like pie chart on our house
Mhm.
doesn't have anything about Burien. Because we're not.
Well, you're part of King County.
Yeah,
It will show it next year if you incorporate how much went to the city of Burien as to their portion.
okay, thank you.
Do you think, is there any relationship to our homes in this area losing a little more value, given the fact that we're unincorporated? Does that? have
I
any
can't say that,
indication?
it's what,
Okay.
a willing buyer, in a hands related situation, who's willing to pay what, okay?
Thank you so much.
I have one more question.
Sure.
When someone right next to you sells a house,
Mhm.
does that have a direct bearing on your taxes the next year as the neighbor? Because
Well, it
seems-
could eventually, it's a composite We look at all
I
sales.
mean, you look at a block and say, oh.
No, we look at all, basically all sales.
You add-
Unless you have a unique neighborhood and say in terms of depressed values, we have some neighborhoods where the whole neighborhood, you know, say a developer went belly up and he had 40 houses in that development, okay, and they're all sold in foreclosure, then we would use those as good sales, and it would probably have some depressing impact on all of those sales. Let's say you were the one house in that neighborhood that were not foreclosed. Yeah, sure, that would probably have a depressed value on your house. Okay, but we look at it as a composite. So it's taking on average, literally hundreds of sales in your neighborhood, or it could be, well, you know, it could be thousands, depending upon the size of the group that we're looking at and the amount of sales activity. So, you know, we like it when there's a lot of sales because it improves our statistics, because we get a better statistical sample.
Okay, I
Thank
think
you.
that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you. It's good to be with you again, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens in the next month or two.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're Burien, I can speak to you at the Burien City
Yes.
Hall, the town meeting, or
Yes.
come back out.
Yeah.
All righty.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Bye. And
Bye-bye.
get some flowers.
Unfortunately, she's not home. She's concerned about the dog.
Great. It was great. Okay, so we'll move right along here tonight. We'll get the treasurer's report.
That's a tough act to follow. Okay, our balance in our checking account, just wrote a check for our post office box for another 6 months. We're at $1,258.84.
And then we'll just move to committee reports, governance,
Nothing to read.
arts and parks. Public safety, Richard, the forum?
Forum is all set next week,
Yeah.
so everybody's confirmed.
Mhm. And we also have Michi Burnett, from the CERT program, talking about fall classes for emergency preparedness. And BJ Myers will be at that, here next weekend, next Thursday.
Is that going to be here?
Yes, right here at the fire department. We talked about housing and human services with the meeting, and public outreach. We'll get to that in the forum, I'll put that separately. And transportation, anything going on? Oh, I'd just like to add, I did bring the information that we had previously from King County Roads Department. Liz, that article in the paper, where King County now said this, in 2012, they were gonna pay
11 miles of roads out of 1,500. 11
miles.
miles out of 1,500.
That's what's
So
in this
sad.
year's budget.
And they're not gonna fill any potholes, they're not gonna make, if you have storm damage, anything, nothing is going, like, there's nobody to call. They're laying off all these people, and our roads will deteriorate. That's a fact under King County. So that's something to consider. And the information is there about the tiered road levels, and it might prove to be a problem for us, because right now our roads aren't in really, they're pretty good. But, you know, things happen, storm damage, potholes.
I think they did 16 last
Yeah.
Who gets the lucky 11 miles?
year. I don't think it's.
I don't think it said in the article even where they
Yeah.
were, but
Yeah.
It's down the street.
Yeah. So that's a problem, staying unincorporated.
If I may interject,
Yeah.
it's even cutting grass.
Right.
We got a bad road and I called them and where that particular road is, near my place, it's tier 5 or something, so they said you probably won't even see it cut this year.
Yeah.
Of course, same people throw the garbage in there, and you gotta pick that up and try to find it.
They're not going to mow any of the right-of-ways on 21st. Did you see what 21st looks like?
Yeah.
That's why,
They've done that in the
yeah,
summer.
they stopped mowing all the right-of-ways and, yeah. So we're not getting anything done over there. So, not good. I mean, talk about how that might affect housing values. If your road turns to gravel, I don't think that's good for your housing value. Okay, moving on. I just wanted to let the council see some pictures of the flower bed that has been a labor of love, a lot of work. So this was what it looked like when Stephen and Gil came and Alex, my husband, we planted. Here's what it looked like, and here's what it looks like. And this is,
Yeah, that's really big.
but it's taken a lot of work. It's taken filling barrels on the back of my truck and bringing them up there and hand watering bucket by bucket. We go up there twice a week. If anyone else would like to consider helping, Jane has helped with it. I clean up trash there all the time. If you drive by there and you see trash, please pick it up. I'm pulling out any signs. People are putting signs in there with the stakes and damaging plants, and they're coming right out. So people, every time I'm up there working on it, people drive by and stop and say, compliment it and say, great work. It's just a small thing, but it makes such a big difference. And we would love to do across the street, but the watering is just insurmountable. It just can't be done. We have no help from the county on that.
Fire department need to clean out their pump once a week.
So, and it has not rained in what, 45 days? So I haven't had any relief.
Start praying for that rain that they're saying
Yeah.
might come by Monday.
But it really, I mean, it's amazing how many people have stopped and just complimented it, and it's a nice thing, just that a little thing like that makes such a big difference, so, and that's a NHUAC. So if anyone wants to help with watering, other than Christine, yeah, let me know, because it's a two-man job, it's a lot of work. Okay, so the new business forum, we voted
Yes, to have an annexation forum, and we are trying to secure a place. It will be instead of it'll be next month's meeting, October 4th, and we have issued an invitation to the county to send people to talk about our current levels of service and anticipate the levels of service. We've invited Burien to come also, and I believe that we're going to have someone from the state legislature to talk about the sales rebate tax. So it's informational is the point, so that people have the information that they need to make a good decision. There'll be an opportunity for questions and answers. So we hope everyone will come and bring your friends and neighbors. Keep an eye out for a location. We'll get you notice about it.
Yeah, and I do, we'll be putting notices up. You can look on the NHUAC website or refer people to it, where we will have the notice as well about where it will be, but people's email addresses that I do have, I will send them out by email as well. But we're, and we'll try to get them out to as many people as possible.
And of course, let Tracy know.
Yes, and Tracy, of course, the blog. So it's, and as I said, it's gonna be informational, it's not for debate. It's basically to get the information out there, what people can expect. Because staying unincorporated really is not an option. So people need to realize that. Okay, so we have to have a committee for the forum, so anyone?
I thought we
I'll
decided
volunteer.
I thought we're all on the committee. We
Yeah.
sort of decided we're all.
Is everyone in agreement with that they'll serve on the committee? They come to meetings, committee meetings?
I think we pretty much said we're all, yeah.
Okay.
Committee and divide up, who can do what,
Okay.
what's needed.
So then we'll work on that. Okay, so then set. Anything else?
Yes, put that thing down for a second. I don't know how many of you get this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I thought they did a nice job of most frequently asked questions.
Yes.
I didn't know how many made it, so I made copies, but just in talking to people, whether it's at work or Jubilee days, I mean, this is concise and covered most of the questions, didn't it? And I thought they did a real nice job of it, so I wanted to put that out as a
Yeah.
point of reference that we
Mhm.
kind of could adopt and use
Mhm. Definitely.
as a handout or something. You know, I'm sure they'd let us do that, but I know we're working on material as well, so. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine, you've already seen it.
Yeah, yes.
Hey, Doug, can I get a copy?
I think it's nice that Miriam is making the newsletter to all of us.
This is one page out of here, but I just thought it was.
What I, you hear a lot of different questions from people. Somebody told me, they can't cut our police, they can't cut our road service, we pay taxes.
Well.
And it's like, yeah, we do, but they can cut anything they want. And she said, well, I'm gonna call the county.
Should she call you Wong or Dow?
Yeah. So I gave her Dow's number.
Well, yeah, why waste time, go to the top.
Go to the top, go right to the top, ask Dow, how can we do that? So, anyway, so I think that's it for tonight, yes?
Yes.
All right, meeting officially adjourned. Thank you.
Cherry.
You know, it's gonna be really, it's gonna be really quick kind of stuff, so you probably won't even see really holes in it anyway. You know, it's gonna be really, really quick, fast cuts.
Like second.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're even gonna be able to see the freaking, so we're just gonna be using those quick cuts, so you won't even be able to see the holes, so it'll be fine.
And so the blood will just be on the shirt.
If you needed to mess it up, it wouldn't matter anyway, because I never wear it.
Okay, this is perfect.
Great. Do you want me to throw it on so you can see it, or?
No, I'm quite happy with this. Actually,
Okay.
I almost would want to see. Like a t-shirt underneath it with the.
I've got white and.
Can you try this one? Man, need my hot ticket.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
I'll be back.
All right, Scott.
I'll be back.
All right, we'll miss you. I already miss you.
If you wanted to, so.
Cap.
No.
Try. We're going to.
No, I-
Pair. Okay.
Here is the shirt.
All right. Hi, how are you, Olivia? Good. I'm gonna have you sign in over there.
Okay.
Alright, so you're gonna go ahead and
We're
do
gonna get you shorts and
some shoes.
shoes. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Well, I can see what I can find down in my neck of the woods.
I almost like your hat too. Yeah. Yeah, I like the hat too. But you can hold on to that if you want because it looks like it's your hat. It's your Bigfoot hat.
I just work, my hair look like crap, that's all.
Okay. All right, yeah, you're all set.
Okay.
3 times,
Oh,
so, yeah.
so did you get rave reviews?
For my mom.
No, not for you? Dang.
I was a zombie in a prep, so it's kind of hard.
Not literally a zombie, but you played a regular character.
Cool.